No save banner! Save mighty Hulk!
Oh, bad choice of words.
Hang in there, shellhead. One Hulk-busting passenger coming through.
Jimmy, you always know just what to get me.
New toy not stop Hulk!
Julia, get the ring for my armor.
Madder Hulk get, stronger Hulk become!
Typical.
Julia! Leader not hurt girl.
Not unless given a reason.
Come on, Stark. Pour it on!
No undo Hulk!
Julia!
Iron Man!
Sorry, Bruce. I tried.
What is up? It's Detroit Madman, and I am here for all my comic peeps. Do another weekly haul. It's Wednesday, and check this out. I got some great stuff here. I did a run to a couple comic shops today because a comic came out that I really wanted, and I couldn't get enough of it. But in the meantime, I did find some interesting back issues as usual, and I got a couple packages in the mail from eBay, and starting off, I love the cover. Another great cover on the Scarlet Couture comic, man. Just, I don't know what it is about this. I still need to find issue number 1, but this is issue number 4. I've got number 2 and 3, and completely stoked about this. Next up, I picked up issue 4 of the Tith. I finally got another stained glass cover. Got issue 1 through 4. It's a great story. You should check this out if you get a chance. Alright, so next up, I picked up issue number 42 of Superman. And I was listening to a podcast, and they had mentioned that this issue introduced a new villain and also had Lois find out the identity of Superman. Now, I don't follow this comic, so I just had a gut feeling. If that's the case, perhaps maybe it'll be nice to have a couple of copies of this down the road. So I went ahead and picked up 3 copies of it. That's Superman issue number 42. But that's not why I was excited today. This is why I was excited today. I have been waiting for Sex Criminals 11 to come out for some time. It's been delayed and delayed and delayed. And the interesting thing about this is, and the way I found out really what this was all about was I was following Chip on Twitter, and he tweeted out a picture one day that had stacks, hundreds of comics tall, that had sketches, one-of-a-kind sketches on each one. And what he tweeted out was that he spent 18 hours, him and Fraction, making unique sketch variants to be randomly inserted into polybags since Sex Criminals number 11 took so long to come out. And I said, you know what, I got to get some of these. I'm going to take a run at the sketch variant and see if I can't get lucky. So I picked up 6 copies. And as you can see, I only have 5 copies here. So I made a little YouTube video earlier on my phone when I got home, but I didn't upload it. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you right now.
What's up? It's Detroit Madman. I was going to do a haul video where I opened up one of these poly bags on the video, but when I got home from dinner, I couldn't wait, and I said I'm gonna pop one open, and guess what? Got the sketch cover. So the deal with these is they randomly inserted 1,000 sketch covers, and this one here is obviously self-portraited Chip, autographed, and so these are double poly bagged, and then so that you can't cheat and poke through the bag, they also put a backboard over the sketch. So even if you did poke through the poly bag, then you'd hit the board. And then I couldn't believe it, so out of my 6 copies that I had reserved, I opened one and boom, got the sketch variant. So awesome. I got a haul that obviously I'm going to do, guys, in a little bit, so I will let this video be an intro. That's awesome.
Alright guys, I'm so stoked, and it's funny, it just so happened the first one that I got was a sketch variant, and I'm completely happy about that. I hit Zdarsky up on Twitter as soon as I pulled it, and he saw it because he tweeted back and liked it, so pretty awesome, man. I'm stoked about that. I feel real lucky. The odds are not in your favor to just pull one of these out of a bag, so I just don't know what I'm going to do with the other 5. I don't know if it's worth rolling the dice and try to get another one, or just save them, because how many of these are going to be ripped open? And the way they did it was, I mean, they triple bagged the back of it, black bag inside a pink bag, and then they did the cardboard, so you couldn't just poke through the bag and see what was in it, which I thought was pretty ingenious. So there it is. There's my sketch variant. And that's funny, self-portrait of Chip. So, stoked about that, I can't tell you. So what happened was, actually I went to my main comic shop and was able to get 6 copies there. I had one in my saver, and they allowed me to buy 5 more. And then I jammed to another comic shop. Unfortunately, I had dinner plans tonight at Ruth Chris, so I couldn't break those, had reservations, and dinner was great, by the way. I wouldn't miss it for the world. But by the time, obviously, I got out of there and got back here, all the other shops were closed. I did go to one other shop that is kind of on my way home, maybe, I guess, in between the other shops, a little bit out of the way. And when I got in there, he had 0 copies left. They were all gone first thing in the morning. So hopefully, I got another shop that I'm going to hit around lunchtime tomorrow and see if there's any more over there. I think I'll pick a few more up to stash for a while. But next up, like I said, I got a chance to go to not my normal shop today, and I hit the 50-cent box up there, and got a few treasures. These obviously aren't in the greatest condition, but picked up a Commandy number 21. Cover's got a little bit of texture on it, and yeah, it feels like it was wrinkled at one point. It's got one of those little wavy covers, but I didn't have this issue, so I went ahead and picked it up. Next up, this was an interesting cover, and this thing's kind of beat to hell. It's separated from the staples. I didn't even put a board in it because it's pretty jacked up. But I thought it'd be a cool read. As you can see, it's got pretty bad creasing. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Interesting cover. It seems like I've seen this cover somewhere before. And I picked up another flash that I saw in there. Actually, I picked up both flash I found in there, and of the 20-cent kind. And I like this cover on this one. And again, this one's not in the greatest condition. It's got some creasing on it. But hey, I love the reader copies, and at 50 cents, man. I don't know, this is probably Bronze Age Flash. I'll pick it up. And then next up, these 2 comics, I mean, don't really interest me, but again, I saw they were 12 centers in the 50-cent box, so picked them up. One's Black Hawk number 238, and the other one is Black Hawk number 241. Not in the greatest shape, but they're intact, and definitely maybe somebody will maybe want them for trade or something later on. I'm hoping to get into some trading here soon. Next up, I got this on eBay, and I was completely stoked about it. It's a run I really want to put together, and This is issue number 20 of Foom, Friends of Old Marvel. And this is in really good shape. These were fanzine type magazines that Marvel put out back in the 70s. And this one I think is from the late 70s actually. This is 1978. And it's okay. It's one of the least desirable ones. So, it is what it is. But I've never had one before, so I really wanted to see what it was all about. And it has some okay stuff in the back. A lot of write-ups by the artists and the writers on the stuff that was going on at the time. And then it's got a lot of fantasy. It's got some Star Wars stuff in here, definitely. But it's got some. It's got like Tarzan, and has a lot of fantasy stuff in the beginning. And I think it's Edgar Rice Burroughs. Yeah, it's Edgar Rice Burroughs issue, and it's got a big interview, like a 8-page interview with him. So, my next ones that I get are definitely going to be better than this. I can tell you that. I want to get some of the lower issues. At any rate, that's pretty cool. I'm excited to have that. And then next up, at that second shop I went to today, I was able to pick this up, and I didn't have it. So it's the 5 issues of the Spider-Verse. And I guess the Edge of the Spider-Verse, this was a series that came out, I want to say last year. This was really before I was back into collecting. And this is the first issue of Spider-Gwen, the Gwen Stacy Spider-Woman character. And this is the 3rd printing, so I don't think it's worth anything, but I wanted to give this series a read since I haven't had any familiarity with it yet. And so you got Spider-Man Noir, which is the first issue, and that's 2nd printing. The Spider-Verse 2, which obviously the first printing is already epic in price. And this Spider-Man robot looking thing here is issue 3, that's first print. Then issue 4, I don't know what the hell this is. And then this another robot-looking spider thing is issue 5. So that was pretty cool. I wanted to get that, and I got that for $20, so it's all good. And then here's some other pickups I had in the last couple of days. This was really cheap. I got this on eBay. I think it was $1.50 or $2 ship because, like I was telling you, I've been following this guy on eBay. I keep getting this mixed up, but I believe his name is Tuners36, Tuners 36, and the guy I've bid on over 500 of his comics. He's got Silver and Bronze Age collection. I think he sold over 1,500 books. He starts them all at 99 cents, free shipping. This was one I won, I think, for $1 or $2. Then I saw this at one of the shops I was at today. It's The Walking Dead #1, 10th anniversary edition. I love the cover, obviously. And I've got a couple #1s that I got at the Comic-Con that were autographed. But this one has obviously the original type cover, and I thought that looked pretty good up on the wall when I do my comic wall. And that was just face value. Just got that for cover price. It was pretty cool. And then I saw this. This is a couple of bucks, and there's no reason that I bought this other than I just thought the cover was sweet. I was digging around in his Batman Adventures and Superman Adventures box looking for Harley Quinn stuff, which he had some, and he wanted like $25 a piece for, not the first appearance ones, but I said, and I found this for a couple bucks. I thought it was pretty funny. It had Bat Duck. Don't know if it's a first appearance. I Googled Bat Duck, and usually if you Google some type of character name, it'll tell you what the first appearance is. And he's so insignificant that I couldn't even get anything to come up on Google. But look at that cover. I love that cover. Batman, Superman, Bugs Bunny, and Bat Duck. That's just cool. This was another one of those auctions I won real cheap online. Obviously, somebody went buck wild with a marker at the top. But if I have a chance to pick Avengers 22 up, inside is perfect condition, perfect meaning intact and readable, for a couple of bucks, I'm going to do it. So, stoked about that. Goes in the Avengers run. If I want to get an upgrade someday, that's fine, but it's how I like them. Iconic, cheap, and crusty. Look at that. it smells good too, man. I'm telling you, I love the smell of these old silver books. And then next up, from the same guy, I got Fantastic Four number 79. I just love the look of this cover, and I like when they do the heroes in one color and the back cover in a whole nother color by itself. So yeah, I got the Thing, the Monster Forever, Fantastic Four number 79, a couple bucks. And then this one I was completely happy about winning. I actually put some bids on some better condition ones and lost out 2 and 3 times the price that I paid for this one. And then one night I was actually in Costco last week, and I was sitting there for whatever reason. I was waiting for my wife to do some stuff, and I jammed on. I hit my auctions, and one of these went up and was ending cheap, so I picked it up for a good price. And this one has the origin story of Robin, origin of Alfred, Man Behind the Red Hood, the Game of Death story, and origin of Clayface. And it's really cool. I love any time that these covers play homage to, the original. Like, that's just iconic looking. I grab that. Now, this was an awesome pickup right here. This is Daredevil number 21. I'm not even going to tell you what I paid for it. I got this at a screaming deal. And it's in for me, this is in really great condition. It's got a little bit of stuff down here. Outside of that, eye appeal is amazing on this book. And obviously, it always looks great in Mylar. So, Daredevil runs coming together, guys. I'm going to do a Daredevil haul that I got at that 70% off sale day not too long ago that I went to. And you're not even going to believe it. You will not believe the amount, the quality, and the price I paid for a whole bunch of my Daredevil run for silver and bronze. You just won't even believe it. But I'm going to save that for a slow week, maybe next week or the week after. So here it is, 21. And then next up, the second comic shop I went to today, like I said, this guy's hit or miss. I've pulled some deals out of there where I come home, like this one right here. I come home and I go, man, the guy's got some good deals. And then I go and I'll dig through 3 or 4 long boxes that he has, kind of unorganized. And I can't believe how high he has everything priced. And then I come across something like this where it's intact, it's got a rolled over spine, but I got it for $5. And that's Amazing Spider-Man number 54. It's got Doc Ock on the cover, Aunt May's in his arms. I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at every other silver banged up copy that he has in Spider-Man, and they're all 15, 18, 22. They're all $15 and higher for issue 90, issue 77, issue 101, and then he's got 5 on this. I said, no brainer. I asked him, can I take it out and check it out, make sure it's all there, nothing cut out? He said, go ahead. So it's a little soft. Obviously, it's got that rolled over spine, but this is how I like them, guys. Super happy about that pickup. I've been waiting to show this for a while. I guess I'll just do it now. So I picked this up on eBay. I was actually looking for some old EC stuff, maybe like reprints or whatever. And then what I came across was this interesting portfolio. It's 22 covers, the size and a half or 2 times the size of a regular comic. And what this is, and trust me, this looks pretty banged up, this envelope that it came in. But check this out, man. You won't even believe this. These are all prints, and they're bright, and they're incredible condition of iconic EC comics in the fantasy genre. And I was thinking, there's some in here I really like. I'm going to want to get framed and put up in my comic room. But so you got Weird Fantasy number 9. Look at this one, Weird Fantasy. I don't know what number that one is. Number 16, I think. There's issue number 22. Look at how beautiful that one is. Number 15. Number 10. Oh, another thing on the back. There's gains. On the back of these are also tons of information, sometimes to do with what's on the cover, and then other times part of a story. There's like 10 of them that connect together for a story about Gaines and in the history of it. So issue number 10, how awesome is that? You got issue number 11, really good looking one right there. Issue number 12. Let's see. The artist of this issue. So these are biopics about the artist from the cover. There's issue number 13. This one's awesome. Oh, look at that. Old advertisements. That's pretty cool. Issue 17. I love that. Look at that. It's like Jurassic Park meets, Star Trek or something. Pretty wild. It's got a mad advertisement on the back cover. Or on the back of the poster, I should say. Weird Fantasy number 18. Look at that one. It's awesome. Ooh, look at that. Mad Magazine number 4, which is my favorite cover of all time. I will own this book someday. Weird Fantasy, issue number 20. It's one of my favorite covers in their whole run. Check this out. Definitely be getting this one framed. That's an awesome cover right there. Or advertisement, I mean. Look at this. How freaking awesome is that? Next up, Weird Fantasy number 19. Adaptation of Ray Bradbury's story. Look at that. How awesome is that? That's great. Al Williamson, bio on the back. Weird Fantasy, issue number 16. Oh, look at the Earth. The world's colliding with the Earth there. That's Feldstein art. Another Mad on the back. Weird Fantasy number 14. Working on some kind of space station or spaceship. Great science fiction cover. Look at this one. Weird Fantasy number 15. How amazing is this? I can't wait to frame these. Look at this. That's iconic right there. Weird Fantasy number 17. Another Feldstein cover. Part of the game story in the back. Weird Fantasy number 16. Some kind of spacewalk by Saturn. Another iconic picture. I've seen this in another magazine or a book. Part of the game story. Weird Fantasy number 14. Another explosion on Earth. Another Feldstein cover. Cryptoteer advertisement. God, those are almost frameable themselves. How awesome that looks. Look at this one. Weird Fantasy. I don't know what number it is. It's for March 51. Just take a peek at that, guys. How awesome. Weird Fantasy number 8. I love that one. I'm definitely getting that one framed. Oh, and this might be my favorite one. Another Feldstein cover. Weird Fantasy number 7. And that just looks amazing. That's one of my favorite ones right there. That's great. Another part of the game's bio on the back. And you know what? I was going to tell you about this. I picked this up. And this book is called Foul Play. And this is one of the best books that I picked up recently. And you know I picked up a whole bunch. This is the history of the art and artists of EC. And if you want one of the most amazing books, and you like that 50s pre-code horror and science fiction, you have to get this book. And the way they did this, and what I really liked about this is, they broke this down in terms of the artists and what the artists themselves covered at EC. And the history of them, how they got involved, how they came over to EC, and then what they introduced once they got there. Hey, there's the cover we just looked at. There's the original pencils for it. And then in every single artist's section, they have full reprinted story that artist did from the comics. How iconic is that? And then, so here you have Kurtzman. That's what I want. I want that book right there. Mad number 4. And then you have, God, he was an amazing artist. And there it is, guys. That's just, you got to get this book if you like this stuff. Will Elder. Wally Wood, man. Cayman. Alright, boys. I hope you liked the haul. I had a blast. Today was just amazing. So, alright, boys. Peace.